Hi, I'm Josh, and this is my album review for Testament's Titans of Creation. Where on earth to start with this? I honestly think this is an absolutely brilliant album. Nothing wrong with this album at all, maybe apart from one thing, but we'll get to that. I think this could be easily an album that could be in contention for Album of the Year, Metal Album of the Year. It's absolutely brilliant, super consistent. The guys in Testament are literally just, they've got no bounds, they've got no boundaries for what they can do. They seem to knock it out the park every single time they write an album. They're getting better with age. Chuck Billy's vocals is like a fine wine, getting better with age. I think my three favourite songs, my top three songs, which is really hard because they're all great, but I had to go with Children of the Next Level, Night of the Witch, and then Symptoms as my three favourite songs. Just because, well, Children of the Next Level and Night of the Witch, well, the two singles, but also I think they are the best songs outright. Only just though. But yeah, I think them two songs could easily fit in a set, 5 years from now. So I did go and see Testament not so long ago, about a month and a half ago, and they played them two songs and they were on point. They were fantastic live anyway. But anyway, this is more about this album. I think the rest of the album is super consistent. World War III is a really heavy song, really cool track. And then Dream Deceiver, which I personally think you could fit that on any Testament album and it wouldn't be out of place. It's just one of them, it's like a timeless track which could be on any of their albums really. And then it comes to, after Night of the Witch, City of Angels, which I think's just the right place to put that song, because it slows everything down and it mixes everything up, and Chuck Billy's vocals and Steve DiGiorgio's bass really shine through on that song. And then it's Istar's Gate, which is a bit of a different feel again. I'm pretty certain Alex Skolnick wrote that song. Yeah, that's got a really different vibe to it, that song, but still a really, really cool song. And then it comes to Symptoms, which has got a real cool groove to it, that song. Really, really heavy, really cool, real kind of an old school, very 90s sound to it, but kicks ass. It really does kick ass, that song. And then False Prophet. We come to False Prophet. It's got a real classic sort of Testament sound to it. Eric Peterson and Alex Skolnick really must have gone into the roots of Testament, and they really shone through with that song, with how it goes, the riffs and that. Very, really, really cool. The Healers, that song is probably, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't say it's the weakest, because I actually, for weak songs, I put a question mark, because there really isn't a weak song. But I think the Healers and then the Code of Hammurabi are probably the two songs that it sort of dips down just a little, but not a lot. Although the Healers has got a really cool black metal riff towards the end of that song, and it's really, really cool. I love that. And then the Code of Hammurabi, some really cool bass lines again, pretty heavy track. And then the Curse of Orisis, which is a really old, they really go back to the early days of Testament with that song. Real old school thrash, which I really, really liked. But then Catacombs, I think like what everyone has been saying, that song should be at the start of the album. That should be the first thing you hear, and then it should go straight into Children of the Next Level. But that's that's about it. Alex Skolnick really showcases his guitar ability. Probably one of the best guitarists, if not the best guitarist of his sort of generation, his era. Sort of the 80s thrash sort of guitarist. I think he's probably the best out of all of them. He really does showcase his guitar ability and his talent. Eric Peterson is the riff master on this album. Yeah, some of the riffs aren't as great towards the end of the album, but there are still some kick-ass riffs, some real heavy stuff going on. Yeah, Eric Peterson is absolutely fantastic on this record. Steve DeGeorgia, I've already said, his bass has been great. City of Angels was really, really cool. Gene Hoglan, brilliant. What can you say about that guy? His drumming is absolutely top notch. He's got to be one of the best drummers out there at the minute. Has to be one of the best drummers out there. And then of course Chuck Billy, I already said, his vocals are like a fine wine, getting better with age. But he really showcases his vocal ability on City of Angels. Yeah, I honestly think this could be, I think it could be easily top 6 albums ever on the Testament discography. I think it's such a great album. The consistency is there. All the instrumentation is there. Everything is fantastic with this album. Only thing is, yeah, Catacomb should be number 1. And then some of the riffs are a bit, but still no proper weak songs at all. They're all above average at the worst, really. They're all absolutely fantastic. So the rating that I'll give this is a 9.5 out of 10. It's very close. It could easily be a 10. Maybe on a good day it would be 10 out of 10 easy. But yeah, 9.5. You'll have to tell me if I'm being a bit harsh there, whether it deserves a 10. Probably does, but yeah, right. So this is this video, and we'll see you in the next one. There is more album reviews to be coming in the next few weeks, so keep hold for them. And until the next one,